one is an evaluating problem. So you guys can see here we have x and y, and this is one thing that we're going to do. Now, when we're evaluating an expression, basically, we always want to try to see if we can simplify, right? Combine like terms and so forth. But in this case, we actually have values for x and y. OK? So when you're evaluating, basically, when we have an expression, what they're saying is the value of x is equal to -1, and the value of y is equal to -2. So what we want to do is evaluate the expression. Basically, all we're simply going to do is take the values of x and y and plug them in for x and y in the expression. Now, please note, I'm going to replace each one of them. When I replace them into the equation, I'm going to use the red. All right. So does anybody notice what else did I include? Yeah, I replaced x and y's with some numbers. But what else did I do? I did something else, yes? Parentheses. Please, ladies and gentlemen, it is so helpful and so important. When you guys are evaluating, when you're plugging one thing into another, use parentheses. All right? I know for like a case like this for Tansy, it's probably like a little bit like, obviously that's, I know that. But for a problem like this is huge. Because a lot of people see, oh, minus x, oh, that's already negative, and they'll just put a 1 in there. And they'll say it's minus x. No, it's minus a negative, which from what we've been doing, we know is now a positive, right? And the same thing here. -1 squared is equal to -1, all right? Because you have to follow order of operations. You square the 1 first, then you multiply it by -1. But what this says is -1 times -1, which we know is now +1. So -1 squared is +1 times 3 is 3. Here, I have a negative times a negative, which is +4. +4 times -1. I'm sorry, I shouldn't do that negative. A negative times a negative is a +4. Times -1 is -4. Negative times a negative is +1 plus 4. Well, the 4's add to 0. 3 plus 1 is now equal to a +4. Does that make sense? Questions on that?
I got lost after that -4. I thought it was.
You don't have to do it my way. Just do it left to right. 3 minus 4 is what? -1. Plus 1 is? Plus 4 is? 4. So just do it left to right. You don't have to do it the way that I showed it. All right. Last problem, and I'll make this one easy and quick, and you guys can do your work. All right, here we go. So, ladies and gentlemen.